Oh, there we go. I think I fixed it. Aha! Success. Looks like no lag anymore. Sweet. How's it look on your end? Oh, that's one of my old videos. I know you're all about that Animal Crossing right now, but that that was my old one. Now you can go to my channel and see if it. Mm, that's the one that was yeah earlier. How's it looking to you guys? Looking better? Not as much lag if you guys were here earlier, because it was really lagging about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Oh, awesome. Wait, I found had to watch a quick video and figure out that apparently you have to go to the advanced setting and make sure that you have your Ethernet set as the demand default for your internet. If not, it just does default and it picks up your Wi-Fi, not the internet, which was the problem. So, essentially back to what I was talking about before when I realized that I was lagging to all hell. Uh, we were going to be doing a little bit of the Saltstone Cave farm tonight, but I've in the process of moving a couple of tunes over to different servers, so that's why I was wanting to farm up some transmog. Um, but when I went there earlier, there was probably a solid 10 people in the cave, so that wasn't going to get us very far. And I'm waiting until the 20th to hit flying for the reputation gain. So I'm not farming reputation right now because Rust Bolt has been driving me insane. It's just so hard to grind that rep. It's the first time in a long time that I can say that a rep grind has felt like a chore. It's just like there's not enough world quests up, and the uh, the daily quests are kind of mind numbing. So I'm just gonna shut down, go back to old school farming like I love, and we'll just wait until the 20th to get that XP bonus for the for XP and rep, and then we'll just grind all those out. Hell, I may even go back and get my Legion flying that I never got. But so like I was talking about earlier, we um we did really good this week. Another pretty solid week. Not quite as good as last week, but still good. Um, as of this afternoon, I think I hit right at it was either 170 or 180k. Um, actually, surprisingly enough, a majority of that this time around, probably a solid, let's say majority. It's not really a majority. Solid 95k of that profit was from deep sea bags. They because of the everybody leveling and everything like that. Deep sea bags have just been absolutely flying off of the AH. So if you have a Taylor and you have rank 3, just and it's even remotely profitable. I mean, I think I still have about 1,000 up on my AH, and they're just every 10, 15 minutes there's a stack of 5 or a stack of 6 selling because people are leveling alts. They want to get the cheaper bags. They're like me, and I don't want to pay on my servers. They're like 2 grand to get an extra 2 slots for the bigger bags. So yeah, yeah, Octopus. I have made 1,000 of the bags is what I have left on the auction house. I've sold least at least 90K worth in the past 3 or 4 days. On now, to be fair, on 3 to 4 different servers. So it's kind of a collective. The most actually that I flipped on was my medium pop server. It was kind of interesting. I think I ended up selling a couple of thousand on there. It was nice. How are y'all doing tonight? Enjoying the quarantine? Yeah, the the old world stuff is actually what's going to be interesting for this update. I think I'm going to try to put out the update video either tomorrow or the next day. Um, just so I can hit that full 7 days, make sure I don't have anything crazy sell. Um, I've been slacking the past couple months on posting old world enchants and old world tailoring items. So I kind of went back on my old school tailor enchanter that I have in Dentarg and made a bunch of stuff. So the what surprised me today is that I had like 2 lava walker enchants and a bunch of other enchants end up selling, and I had another 10, 15K come in just maybe 20 or 30 minutes. So if you have an enchanter that has a bunch of old enchanting stuff, if they're profitable, just you have the mats and they're profitable, just make them and post them because most of them are costing anywhere from 20 to 30 silver, and that's about it just to post it. So why not? I mean, if your TSM showing you that you're going to make 100 gold profit and you're going to post it for 60 silver, you might as well give it a shot. Not going to hurt. I was actually pretty surprised with the stuff today that was selling. So I've been selling it for a long time, and I was surprised what was still selling. Had one of the I think it's enchant chest perilous stats. Sold one of those today for like 2K. Sold a couple of Ember Soak bags. To be honest, I really don't understand why those are still selling when you have the deep sea bags, but okay. I mean, they still sell for 3 to 500 gold a pop. And then I did a bunch of my old transmogs, which are an investment, but they sell. Gather up a bunch of stuff. So I switched 2 of my main 120s over to a higher pop server just to kind of give it a shot because I haven't really I've made a decent presence on this server. I say decent, it's like maybe 3 or 400K, but on here it's not that big. Um, but it's a completely different world. You got people dual boxing and doing the multi boxing 7 mans because you can tap a node 7 times and they're getting their Zenithid more than they can actually even craft with. So potion prices on here are just in the shitter. Even if you have proc and everything, you can. I mean, I don't understand how people are making profit off of them right now. I was making profit off of them for mm, maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks when I moved onto the server, and then for some reason it's way more profitable just to sell the Zenithid. I even have the Silas. I got the Silas and used it, made sure I had the right procs, and at least on this server, they're still selling for a loss, even with the extra procs and rank 3. So interesting. Now the ones that are really actually selling on this server though are the potions of replenishment. They do really well. Anywhere from maybe 40 to 50 gold profit a sell. So not bad. I keep a lot of those up. I was glad to see that a bunch of people were interested in me doing videos on other things other than gold making. I like doing a bunch of transmog videos. I had a bunch of those. I don't know if any of y'all saw those. I like doing the like the quest transmog, which has always been really fun because it gives you uniques and all that fun stuff. So I have a couple of those that I'm gonna start working out. Really good question, and I can actually say twice, I think, that I've only ever, and that was when I hit college and when I found Final Fantasy XIV. But Final Fantasy XIV only kept me away for a couple months. Oof. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. But yeah, no, I play a lot of WoW, and I don't ever see myself going away from it. I definitely get tired of it sometimes, but it's more of like oh, I'm tired of farming this particular farm, so let me go run some mythics. And then I'll get tired of mythics, and then I'll be like, maybe I'll go back to farming. Ah, the reason that I didn't fight those mobs is because this is my fresh 120 boost, and I had way too bad gear on here. I need to get actually, really and truly, I need to be on my Sky Golem if I'm going to be doing this and run my barding. You can see pretty much all my stuff on here is like trash. Oh my god, I sold my belt. Oh, that feels bad. That feels really bad. Doing transmog and sold my belt. I normally just try to run past them. I normally don't try to fight them because it just kind of takes away from me farming. Oh damn. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I'll have to do that. I think my belt was like 400. That hurt. Yeah, but you can see I haven't really done any gear farming on this guy at all. Just 372. All I've been doing on him is running around and getting Getting a bunch of herbs. About it. Oh, what did I miss back there? What did I miss? Oh, there you go. Yeah, man, I I made a lot. I made a lot off of Gloop. So I got really excited when I made the pet guide video because I knew that Gloop was going to be the one that I was going to try to farm the most of because it was the only one. It was the only one that you could actually farm like that, and I did the same thing whenever I was farming up the God, I forgot the name of it. The mount from BFA that you can farm up at the ocean. It's not the dark. That's the one from Dark Moon Fair. Yeah, it didn't last super long. But the thing is, the price is not what lasted super long. I still sell Gloop. Like it still religiously sells. So definitely not what it was, but it'll still sell for, you know, 1800 to 4,000 on some servers. Which, because I have a presence on a couple of different servers, makes it easy. Because then if it's just selling on higher on a different server, I just make the extra gold on that server and then buy a token. If I want to transfer it back and forth, I do it that way. Yeah, that one. To be honest, that one hit a loss on two of my servers for me. The questionable meat and making the kebabs on my high pop and low pop server. And then on the medium pop server, they sold and they just all sold. So once I saw that they were kind of dwindling off, I stopped doing it. One that's still really good though is the well, I didn't do a video on it, but I was trying to do a video on it and then want to buy gold, put one out, so I was just like, But that spot in the Vale where I talked about on my last video where you can get the dredge leather farm and the fishing farm. That's still a really good. Yeah, if it's tanking on your server and it's just not selling for you, yeah, just give it a rest with it. Now, what I normally do is like what I did this time around on my high pop server when those started kind of dwindling down, I switched it up. So Viperfish still sells really good, so then I went over to Nagitar and farmed a bunch of Viperfish. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Druid. That's just a personal preference. There's just so much versatility with Druid that there are definitely ways that you can set up mages where they can be very strong. But I just don't think that they'll ever quite hit the speed farming ability that you get with a druid. Certain scenarios, I could definitely see where they would be a little bit better. Um, but druid is gonna have to be my top pick on that one. Druid is the only one that you haven't leveled. Yeah, I would highly recommend it, and yeah, especially with the bonus that you're getting coming up. Well, I mean, hell, you could start it now. We already have the bonus for the XP, so jump on it. And really, really and truly, do you do if you do much transmog farming at all, dungeon farming, like with a bunch of the stuff that I talk about? Cause yeah. Hey, what's up, Denny's? Yeah, everybody's out here. Everybody's out doing what I'm doing right now. Yeah, oddly enough, they're staying pretty high on my high pop server. Man, God, I haven't done the Dune Scavenger farm in a while, long while. I was farming up a bunch of the pets and everything and the chocolates for Noble Garden, and then kind of got burned out on that. Dang, I wasn't so afraid of Blizzard TOS. I'd come over to your server, buy out all the Zenithid, and come back to mine. I think my server's sitting at about 34. Yeah, but definitely with Druid. I mean, if you're doing any kind of transmog farm, dungeon farm, I mean, really anything like that, you can't beat it. So that kind of depends on how spread out and how you want to look at certain things. So I've done a good bit of research and played around with a bunch of different servers. I would recommend if you only have the time to spend on maybe like one or two max level characters, I would look at trying to find like a good high pop server. Um, if you have more time, then I would look at trying to branch. Like I have one tune, or no, I have two now max 120s on a high pop, and then I have a horde high pop, and then I have two medium pops and a role playing. In the role playing, I just essentially sit there and make transmog all day. So, oh well, so Lazar. So I haven't gotten into multi-boxing quite yet. However, I'm trying to get my foot in the door. So maybe you'll have an answer to this question for me. I've been looking at is there a way to set up your, if you dual box that you know of, where you can set up mirror of your keystrokes and mouse instead of having your second screen follow you? Essentially, what I'm trying to do is try to figure out if there's a way that you can dual box, multi box, or stuff like that and run through old dungeons and raids while in different instances. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, it's definitely for mog farming. Yeah, so that's the case, then that's gonna be awesome. Oh, it's really scuffed. So let me ask you this. This was the next thing that I wanted to get into. Is it like that gray area? Because, you know, I don't wanna hit the gray area. Last thing that I need is to have my account banned. They've already done it a couple of times with my names because, you know, I apparently pick inappropriate names. That's why my name on most of the videos you guys see is report name. Oh yeah, for sure. Even even with the Shadowlands and everything coming out, it's still, you can make, especially if you have flying right now. I mean, most medium high pop servers you can make 20, 30K on Zenithid. Now, like Laz was just talking about, his is down to like 18. So yeah, that would not be a server that I would want to do that on, because that would just sting after a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can deal with lag just as long as it's not, you know, touching into the botting zone. That's where I didn't want to hit. What realm are you on? I was about to say that's interesting. So, do you, if, with them being that cheap, is it just somebody like multi boxers deadening the server with the herbs? Like, can you flip them and make profit with potions? Because I mean, if they're 18 gold a piece, unless Anchorweed on your server is selling for an outrageous amount, if you have rank 3 um, greater flasks, you could make a killing. Oh, damn, that's a lot of y'all all in one spot. Everybody's gonna start stepping on toes. Hmm. What are your well, obviously I can't look it up right now because I'm running this, but what are your greater flasks sitting at? Is it actual profit or no, or is it a loss still? 'Cause 68's not that bad. Oh, if they're 420 to 490 with the, if you have the Silas and you get the potion for extra proc and you have rank 3s, you should be able to, if they sell, if they actually sell decently on that server, and if it's a high pop server, they probably will. You could probably make a killing. Gotcha. So you have to wait for the reset. Well, then, Jet, that's what I'd be doing. I'd just spend a little bit of time every week multi-boxing and hitting up all the herbs, and then just make the potions, bank it, and then just wait for reset. I'm sure you're already doing that. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at with the expansion. Now, what you are going to start seeing, well, this is just my opinion, but what I think you're going to start seeing is I think you're going to start seeing less of the BFA start selling and more of the older, unique transmog items, pets, mounts, stuff like that start selling. Because there's going to be people coming to the game. Going to be more people doing XP. Bags are going to start selling, so that's why I was saying my deep sea bags have just been absolutely flying off the age. I can barely keep them up on some servers before they sell. Yeah, rubbery flanks are always good. I found the ones that have stayed pretty reliable throughout the expansion have been rubbery flanks and viperfish. Kind of like Old Faithful, you can come back to them at any time and they'll still make you profit, and you'll actually be able to sell them too. They're not just gonna sit in your bags. Ah, Brad, it's not a silly question. It's because I have slacked off on my reputation, so I still need Rust Bolt. So I am refusing to farm reputation until this hits on the 20th, and then I'm just gonna essentially just farm reputation until I get it. That's good, Jen. Been going at it for a little bit here. I think I'm gonna do um, keep doing the herbs and ore for a little bit, and then probably go back over to the Saltstone cave and see if there's people going around. So, Laz, you got run with my monk. Oh yeah. I don't know if I use it or not. Yeah, I'm assuming that inevitably the whole point of getting your multi-boxers up is to hit 7. Kind of a dick mood because it just taps the ore, the herbs every time. But man, talk about efficiency.
Lord Norwington wants his gorgeous estate featured prominently on the next Fizz Springs brochure. I, for one, am happy
Yeah,
to
whenever I get flying back, I'm definitely gonna get Farm HUD back up because that one works well for flying. To be honest, I've done this route so many times. I just kind of instinctively know where majority of the nodes are. I've leveled 2 characters from 110 to 120 using this route. Farm HUD. Now I haven't used it in a couple of months. I don't know if it's actually still up to date, but it works really good. It puts a circular map kind of overlay in the center of your screen, and it gives you a little bit of a line to where you can see where your next node is. Oh yeah, I mean to be honest, Les, I've been thinking about whether or not I should try to buy some up and then sell them when they hit a little bit more. I mean they're like what they hit like 118. Yeah, Jen, I won't claim that for most of the things that I talk about, but yeah, this route right here, I probably know where about 99.9% of the spawns are. I've done this until my eyes were cross. Oh God, 113. That's just that's just nasty. That hurts. So I saw a post the other day on our WoW. Anybody in here considering using that nice stimulus check $650 of it to buy your WoW tokens to get your Brutosaur mount. I gave up on that one a long time ago. Oh, that's nice. I'll have to check out that minimal alert. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. There's probably gonna be a bunch of people that do it. Yeah. Bruto's just, in my opinion, really, Bruto's just a status symbol. Yeah, same here. It doesn't work out, doesn't work out. Just gives me one more thing I can watch the black market auction house for. Oh shit, that's gonna hurt. you have you have holes in the bottom of your money bags there, Brad? Just keeps falling out, or do you keep buying that questionable transmog on the AH? Because here if you can't tell who likes questionable transmogs. Nice. Yeah. I kind of came out of classic and then went straight back to my old habits of farming old dungeons, old raids, and stuff that I definitely shouldn't have been farming that I was trying to get for mounts. So Crud, what's the corruption? And no, definitely not either way. Ah, yeah. You'd have to make sure that it was a good conversion rate though for you before it'd make that worth it. So the ones that sell right now are Infinite Star still sells really good. Um, oh wow, I forgot the other one, but the one that is brutally good, and I swear if you picked up a belt at 445 that for 50k that has this corruption on it, you can sell it for double at least. If you have gushing, because the gushing corruption is pretty much every DPS's wet dream right now. So no, gushing is it puts a bleed on the target and it's like stackable. So especially for warriors, it's just absolutely nasty. But even right now, a 445 belt, you could probably still luck out and make 10k off of it. But again, like I said, it's all going to depend on the corruption that you got. And right now, if I were you, with where the expansion's sitting and everything like that, I wouldn't try to. Oh, farm for the mats for the deep sea. To be honest with you, I do not farm the mats for that. There are certain things that I will. That's not one of them. I buy them. I just buy it whenever. There's tons of farms that you can do for that. I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest with you, what would be the best for the deep sea. Tide spray linen, I mean, it's really hard to beat, even though it's probably not the most. I mean, obviously, you're going to have the open world farms that are better for raw numbers for tide spray, but if you're decently geared and you just run freehold, you'll get a lot of tide spray linen. Oh no, it's not too late. Um, I mean, so it's exponential. So essentially, what it comes down to is that how long on your server does it take you to get a token multi-boxing? So that's what you have to ask. So, if you have 5 times, then you're going to be sitting there, and however long it takes you to get one token, then that's how long it'll take you to get all of their first tokens. And then, just for sake of argument, say that it takes you an hour of farming to get a token, which I know it'll take longer unless you're just a god. But so then the next hour past that, now you'll have 5 tokens on top of that. So and it just exponentially goes up. That's why multi-boxing is so good, because you get 5 tokens for what would have gotten you 1 to begin with. So it's exponentially faster. So really and truly, it on paper should not take you very long to make your money back with a 5-man multi-boxing setup at all. Ooh, safe eye level for freehold. Depends on what class you're running in there, Octopus. If you're one of those ultra sexy demon hunters, then yeah, you could probably go in there naked and you'd still be able to solo it. Oh, Pally? Oh, what's your Pally's eye level? Because Pally right now, supposedly from what I've been seeing on the forums and what a bunch of people are spamming on my server, Pallies are like gods right now when it comes to being able to do the freehold boosting runs. And with the XP bonus going on right now, you can make a killing. I don't know what it goes for on your server, but my server is with heirlooms. They're charging 6 to 7k now per level, 8k without heirlooms, and you can go 110 to 120 easily with a paladin in an hour. Ooh, yeah. So not with a 340. Yeah. I would say if you're wanting to do that, even the normal runs, full clears, I'd say you'd at least want to be 430. I can do it with a spec that's not meant to do it, and that's only because my warrior is like 370, and I have really good corruption and really good gear on him, so I can run people through it. Oh, Echoing Void isn't bad. You could probably make at least 10-15k return on that. Just post it up. Look around, see what the other ones on your server are doing. What rank is it? Does it tell you what like rank? Tells you the rank by the number of corruption. Triff, no idea. This is my first time going live on YouTube, so I'll probably stay on for a while. There seems to be a bunch of people here, so we'll hang out. Yeah, yeah, Crow. So that's yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, I would look on your AH, just make sure that nobody's gonna like undersell you right now. But I'd say you could probably make at least 10k off of that. Brad, I want to see proof of that. I don't remember the last time that I saw a Night Howl sell for me that was over like 800 gold. You must have a horseshoe or something. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm happy when I see mine sell for 700 to 800. So 5k, I would have been jumping. I'd have been absolutely jumping. What's up, Toasty? Yeah, I think my raw is sitting at 1.3 to 1.38. I have about another mil in the bank right now, or mil in stuff that I'm trying to sell in the AH. Oh man, I was just joking. That's a nice sell. Take it and run. Ooh, nice, Les. Yeah, I think most of mine sold. I had about 8 of them after that farm that I talked about. That got a swift and violent nerf. I think that's the first that's the first video that I talked about. Now that that was Archvalder brought up that farm, but that was the first one that I talked about as well that just got an absolutely gnarly nerf. It went from being probably one of the best open world farms that I had found in a while to now it makes about nothing. About the only good thing you can still get out of it is they didn't take away the ghost iron ore. So, if you're for some reason you're on a server where ghost iron ore sells consistently for like 30 gold a pop, then yeah. I'm going to bed. What'd you say? Yeah. You're not taking your game with you? say. Like I haven't. Yeah. The only bad thing about that is that you're on higher pop servers. You are gonna have to, even though most people hate it, you are gonna have to cancel post. Or you're gonna have to cancel, and you're gonna have to repost because you're gonna get undercut. And the only way to get around that is if you just already have enough capital to where, and it's not something that somebody can flip fast on you. That's the key. Um, to just buy them out and then reset the price. Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped on this one. I'm on Storm Rage on this character, and man, it was just becoming a chore. Yeah, yeah, everybody's undercutting, everybody's doing the same thing. And then we had, oh man, almost wanted to cry the other night. We had one, they were already like tanking the price of one of the greater flasks, and then no shit, somebody came in, undercut everybody by 50 gold on a flask, brought it all the way down to right at 400 gold, and posted like 400 of them. So, you know, you could undercut him, but you were going to be taking a massive profit. So he was either just an idiot or he was trying to scare everybody out. I don't know if I'd say that it's harder. I think the thing that's bothering me the most right now with the AH is that TSM is really screwy for me. I don't know if anybody else has been having issues with TSM, but I've been having major issues. Yeah, that's a very good point. We might have been trying to undercut and just risking that amount at such a low price to see if we would undercut them again and then buy us out. Yeah, TSM is a beast. Just being honest. I still even consider myself a newbie with it, and I've been using it for about a year and a half. I was pretty late to the TSM party though. And it's just so nice. I don't know. Wish they would just do updates with it a little bit more so that we could actually have it there's parts of it that I could live without, but then I feel like there's parts of it where I've just love having it. For sure, the auto listing. And sniper, and I've made a lot. I've made a lot of gold off of sniper. What I'll do, I think I'll just run this Darkmoon Firewater out, and then we'll go see if the Saltstone is a little bit more clear. I hit about 40k worth of stuff this morning running it. Got two epic drops and a pattern. I think it was like Sun Scale pattern or something like that. Oh God, yeah, those poor souls that weren't running TSM on Classic. Yeah, I'm sure they I'm sure that you were treating them very nice, Brad. I'm sure. Probably made a crap load of gold. I kind of fell off on Classic, to be honest. I pick it back up every now and then, but now there's so much stuff in retail that I love. Oh yeah, of course. Oh man, that's what makes me the perfect farmer is I love doing this. Like this is oh I don't know how far you've seen back my videos and stuff, but I majority I'd have to say a majority of my 10-hour farms that I've done have been almost to consecutive 10 hours. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is new for me. I think I actually kind of like this a little bit better. Oh yeah, thanks. I've been trying to pick it up on Twitch a little bit. I haven't streamed in a little while, but kind of seemed like it fell off. But I'm definitely enjoying this streaming through YouTube. Then everybody that's on here gets to actually kind of chill and hang out, and you don't have to go to a different platform, so that's always nice.
Lord Norwington wants his
Yeah. Oh. Alright, we're hitting the end of it. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. You know, if I'm one of those lucky, especially, oh man, yeah, y'all want to see some dedicated hours go into it. If I get to be one of those lucky people that gets beta, you guys will see me on here a lot. A lot, a lot. These changes that they're bringing in for Shadowlands though, especially with professions, man, I'm so excited. They're actually doing it right, bringing back a lot of really good stuff. I like how you actually have to think about how certain things are going to stack with you and everything like that. Like you have to make sure you have the right weapon oil on, and that's going to stack with this potion, and you can craft items specifically to what you want with the different reagents. You can just put it in the different pockets. There's going to be a bunch of interesting things, and so I guess I can do a. Again, forgive me. This is my first time doing a live stream like this with this many people in here. So, you know, if you guys are wanting to check it out, one of the videos that I'm going to be doing next is essentially a list of items that I think that you need to kind of stockpile up on. I'm going to actually create, and I'll go over this all in the video. I'm going to create another bank alt, and it's going to be dedicated solely to items that I think you need to start crafting and stockpiling on, so you can make a good bit right off the bat. Majority of them are the same old kind of ones that you've done in previous expansions, but I just know that I missed out on Legion because I really wasn't thinking about it, and then kind of got late. I was late to the ball. But if you're there on time, it's nice to be stockpiling up on. Yeah, yeah. The corrupted zone fishing. Man, I made so much gold off of Gloop. It's not even funny. I spent a bunch of gold though. So, you know, and I would have had a lot more, but had a nasty BOE drop. Essentially, I bought out a couple of corruptions or a couple of pieces of corruption gear for about probably 600k total, and region value was showing that it was gonna almost triple for me. And then right after that, price tanked, and I ended up getting out from under them, but I lost a solid 400k. So that was rough. That one hurt. But shit happens. Win some, you lose some. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I just sent them over one by one to a bank alt and just kept them in there for the certain amount of days so that I could just sell them off. I get about halfway through selling them off when that happened and the spike went back up. I got to take advantage of that. Mm. Yeah, it was a decent amount. But yeah, I remember that because I spent uh probably way more than I should have sitting there. Oh God, where was I? What was it? Right off of yeah, right here. I always came over to here, the Anyport, because you could swim out to right here, and there was that half sunken ship. I don't know why I liked it so much, but you could climb out onto the end of the mast and just sit there, and it was just like you sitting out in the middle of the ocean. I sat there for hours. God, I had to have done that for at least 10, 15 hours. You can still do pretty decent selling those too. I personally haven't farmed them up in a little bit. Probably do that. Getting close. Just sacrilegious to waste any part of a good Darkmoon Firewater. Yeah, even after the nerf, you actually still get a good many of them. Obviously not as much, but a good bit. I think I did it for maybe on and off for about a week after they nerfed it. Let's see, what have we got so far? My bags are fluttering. Y'all see that, or am I having a stroke? That's fluttering. Ooh. Anchorweed. Yeah, I've seriously got to get this flying. My god. So much better when I get flying. Uh, not gonna get that one. uh, so that's a loaded question. Normally, um, normally what I do is one of the things I use to level is I'll figure out whatever character that I'm going to be leveling up to like 120, what my next character is going to be, and then I will actually just set them up on my Sky Golem, and I will level them 110 to 120 doing this path. So normally I do this path for hours and hours and hours. So any new alt that I want to get up to 120, I use this. Even if it's not a druid, just getting your Sky Golem, Coarse Leather Barding, Mono Hardened Syrups, Darkmoon Firewater. Not going to get dazed, not going to get knocked off your mount. Just run on circle, and I just essentially, once I hit 120, I have my new 120, and then I just send all of the materials to my crafters. Really, I'm just doing it on this server right now because this is a newer server for me. I just wanna run around and get some materials, and it's really nice to kind of run around and talk at the same time. That kind of helps. And then after this, really and truly, I was trying to do the saltstone farm for the transmog because I was making a killing this morning. So that's what I'm probably going to go back to here in 2 minutes. You get a lot of herbs in the amount of time that it takes you to level from 110 to 120 only using herbalism, let me tell you. You get a lot. Alright, actually, you know what? I am going to cut it short because I don't want to get too far away. Let's just go back. Alright. So, now back over to the saltstone. See if it's any better now. Good lord. That's just a lot. Apparently they do like them on your server. Yeah, not a chance. But the only reason I go back to WoD is hit Skyreach if I need some raw gold. And even then, I'd rather do Legion now. Woohoo! Alright. Well, maybe we'll luck out here. Let's see. Looks like a bunch of people went away. Now we can have our spot back. Oh, well then it holds a special place with you. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, let's see if we can get anything good. Yeah, very true. Everybody's got their starting point. I remember I didn't even get enough money to actually have my own account, so I would always go over to my buddy's house so that we could play on his account. And we'd take turns farming shit in Classic. I didn't even get enough money to get my own account and start this account until the end of Burning Crusade. So it is a spec, or it's a talent Triff. Let's see. You look right here under your talents. It's this one right here, Lunar Inspiration. Moonfire is now usable in cat form. Makes farming brutally fast. Yeah, I just have a macro that I spam. You can see it's on my first key on my bar. I have it set to my mouse, and I can just spam and spam and spam running. And since I have everything set up, it doesn't actually take me out of cat form. And then I have Bear Tartar. Every time I use Moonfire and it kills something, I get the boost. I really hope that the updated Bear Tartar is not nerfed to hell in Shadowlands. You can see even late night on a high pop server, this is still getting run like crazy. This is a really good farm though. Probably one of the top ones that I always come back to whenever I'm doing a new server. This one and Crimson Whelpling Farm. Kind of hard to beat that one too. Yeah, I'm looking to try to get some groups up so that we can do some old world farms. Just need a couple extra people. So yes and no, it all depends on your server. I would say as a collective answer, no. The raw gold aspect of it is not really there. If your server happens to be a good server for the materials and everything that you can get, or disenchanting from those items that you get while you're running Firelands, then go for it. But after they did the raw gold nerf for Firelands, I haven't done it in a while. But yeah, man, that used to be the shit. Firelands trash runs. Whew. Really a great one to run though, if you want a solid, for pretty much all servers that I've come across. I don't think I've found one server that I haven't made good profit off of this farm with. Is do a druid like I've got now, and at the very least have mining. You have to have mining, and set it up so it's this fast, and do molten core. Molten core trash runs pretty much on any server with the dark iron ore is going to be pretty good profit. I mean, pretty impressive profit. So yeah, hoping that I can luck out and get some epics here or something. Got an epic bow, like I said, epic bow and a pattern this morning. Got a lot of cloth though, so that'll be good. I can make some old transmogs. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm gonna make sure, obviously make sure that you stock up on. One of the things I'm going to. Um, I'd say, and this is just my rough estimate from what I saw with Legion and everything like that, I would say you're probably safe bet at least double what is on your server right now. So for example, like I still sell Goblin Gliders on my server. They still sell for about anywhere from like this find me. Sorry. They still sell for anywhere from 7 to 10 gold a piece. I would say come Shadowlands they're probably going to sell for anywhere from 14 to 20 gold. It's actually one of the farms that I'm gonna start doing is go back and actually, you know, like I just said, not going back to WOD. I am gonna go back to the Sumptuous Fur Farm. God, I haven't done that in so long. I wonder if it's been nerfed. I haven't. God, I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, I'd say so. If they're selling for you religiously for 16, I'd say you're probably a safe bet. Oh yeah. Really give it a shot. Go back and check it out. Because even though they don't, you know, obviously they're not really selling great right now because you know, most people are not like me and they've actually spent the time grinding the reputation and have flying, so they don't need it. But I mean, the profit margin on those is very good. So I wonder. Get out of here, kitty. Oh, there's like 4 other druids in here. Like the guy with the little bubbles. Damn it. I got in front of me. Oh, come on now. Nothing good yet. Normally see something good by now. Ooh. Jada. Wolf Rider's gloves. Nothing too great. They're all pretty low end transmogs I'm getting so far. Looted item values. 9 gold. Oh, that's funny. Wow, we're just hitting all the low-end transmogs this time around. Mm-hmm. So here you have the Saltstone set. You have majority of the stuff that you get past that is just going to be epic BOE drops. Man, you can get some good epic BOE drops. Now I get it, they're world drops, but for some reason I've had more luck here and the old school Burning Steps farm, the Force Spawn farm. I've had more luck getting classic epic drops in those two over here and over there. Well, maybe I'll be able to get something, and then I can actually show you something decent that drops other than all these, 2 to 3 gold. Oh, you know what? You know why it's showing looted item value is 12? That's where I messed up. Because I have it to set TSM, and I don't have TSM on. That's why. We'll have to go back and look and see if there's anything actually good. Oh, I don't have those. Not bad. Yeah, potent. Normally sells. Ravagers is Slut Mog, it'll sell. But pretty much what I've started doing is, because I had to go through and clean out my bank today, so yeah, that was an ordeal going through all my bank alts. What I realized is I've just been holding on to a lot. So now if it's under 1,000, I'm just gonna either vendor it, or if I know that it's a unique transmog, I'll keep it. But other than that, I'm gonna either vendor it or disenchant it. There we go. This is WoW. World of Warcraft. Yeah, I just went through and I had to completely empty them out. It took me way longer than I'd like to admit to empty out one bank alt. These poor guys never had a chance. good. But I gotta try not to be quite as much of a hoarder. That guy's just been sitting there. Oh, Mechas. Saw him earlier. Yeah, it's a hard. It's hard to not be a hoarder in this game, especially if you're like me. I really enjoy transmog. So what I end up doing a lot of the times is I do this little thing where I'm like, oh well, it's an expensive transmog, so I'll list it once or twice, and then if it doesn't sell, then I'll learn it. Well, problem with that is that then I don't want to learn it, but I want to learn it because I think I can make gold for it. But I've been trying to get better with that. I just learned the appearances so I can have all the transmogs that I want. Yep, that's pretty much it. Ooh. Oh my god. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for my next 100 runs. I think it would be cool to do my next 100 runs video on like a Legion dungeon. I'm just not quite sure which one, since now they're legacy. I've ran a couple of them, and you do make decent raw gold. Be curious to see what you'd make after 100 runs. Damn, Moonfire's reaching through walls. Man. I've gotten rid of my horseshoe earlier today. Gotta love the little ding from the loot appraiser though. Yeah, that's addicting. Ding! Ding! No, this is retail. I am in a classic zone though. Just running around, doing a little bit of gold farming. really and truly, this stream's going pretty good in my opinion. I'll probably keep going for about maybe another 30 minutes to an hour if everybody's cool with that. And I gotta hit the sack then. Because come 7 o'clock, my little guy is gonna be smacking me in the face, waking me up. So. Really appreciate all you guys sticking around and hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this, so I'm gonna have to make this if you guys want, I'll make this a kind of a weekly thing. Maybe start off with maybe one or two streams a week, doing it live, and we can kind of go from there and see. The channel's been growing way faster than I could have ever expected, so having to kind of learn as I go. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you around. Come on, let's get something good before we end it. I feel like we need to end it on a high note. Poor guy just glitches off that little thing every time, I swear. Then toward the end of this, I'll log over to my druid and see how we're doing on the crafted cells. Been debating on whether or not I need to bring them over to my HiPop server, because I have a bunch of old recipes, different stuff like that. Oh man, that guy's, whew, he's trying to get away. He didn't make it very far. Oh, I'm getting plenty of mats for tailoring. I'm gonna use that for my tailor. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's just inflated. But, oh, decently cool little boots. Nothing too crazy though yet. Alright, now we're starting to pick up. Got a shield too. Now maybe the BOEs are coming back in stock in their bags. We'll start dropping them. Ooh, best raw gold farm at the moment. So I know we talked about Freehold. Freehold's really good. You have a Skinner. I would recommend doing Eye of Azshara. Eye of Azshara is probably going to be one of the better Legion raw gold farms. Yeah, but after that, that's probably about it. Obviously, if you can get a group up to do one of the 4-man farms that you can do in BFA and stuff like that, the ones that you can get Tide Spray Linen or Dune Scavenger or stuff like that, you probably get decent raw gold from that if you're just selling the BOEs. Yeah, I would do, if you have a Skinner, then I would do that. Yeah, is it Luan? Yeah, I would you pretty much, if you're on a Hypop server, if you want to continue to be competitive on your Hypop server making potions, then yes, you need to cancel auction. That's what I would do, unless they're, so let's put it this way: if they're seriously undercutting you. So, if you're selling coastal mana potions and it takes 20 seconds and maybe a couple hundred gold investment to make another 200 and undercut you and post 200 of them, then I wouldn't worry about canceling on those. But, if you're selling greater flasks and you list 100 of them, and then say somebody comes up and undercuts you, and they undercut you for 5-10 gold. If it was me personally, I would buy them out and then flip it. Now that can backfire sometimes because they may be testing the water. They may post 510. You may buy them out, and then they may post 500 of them because they were testing to see whether or not somebody would buy them. Or, if somebody's really is trying to undercut you, they'll be serious about it. So they'll undercut you by, whatever, a silver or 1 gold, and they'll post as many as they have at that. So just make sure that you're watching for that. But yes, if you want to stay competitive with it, you need to be doing the cancel auctions. hopefully that answers your question. Sorry about that. Oh, what did we? The hell did we get that was boosted this up to 10K? Oh, it was because it was 8K for the sparkle shells. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Unfortunately, on Hypop servers right now, especially with alchemy, you're gonna be hard pressed unless you have a server that a lot of people are still pushing stuff. You're gonna be hard pressed to make a whole lot of gold. Well, let me rephrase that. Depends on what you're trying to sell. Greater flasks may be a little difficult. I personally make most of my profit with potions right now through Lightfoot Potion and Potion of Replenishment and the Superior Battle Potions. For some reason, the Superior Battle Potions sell really well, and the profit margin with the rank 3 procs is works out good. The greater flasks on my server cut it pretty close to the proc rate. So, you know, I'll make 40 or 50 of them, and I'll only make, you know, 3 or 4,000 gold profit, which in the investment that you have in 40 to 50 greater flasks is not a whole lot. Almost not worth it, because then after the 5% cut that they take, you having to take into consideration somebody undercutting you and then canceling, that starts to sting. But when you can make 100 or so potions of replenishment or Lightfoot potions for relatively cheap, and then, you know, post them and most people buy them out, and that's always good profit, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're pretty set then. It's a pretty good set. Be careful with the flasks. The only reason I don't do Unbridled Fury yet is because I don't have the rank 3. But yeah, those are good. Really and truly, if you're on a Hypop server, what you need to do is you need to figure out how you can become friends with a dual boxer. If you can do that and then get the discounted price, then you can actually start making some serious gold. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get caught. This poor guy. He just keeps glitching into the sides of the wall. Well, guys, we're gonna go. Let's see, it's 10:23 right now, so we'll say 10:30. We'll run this until 10:30. I'll hop on over to my crafter. We'll kind of see what the breakdown is for the night, if anything's sold. So far, I only checked it. I checked it like maybe right before I got on, so may or may not have sold anything, but we'll see. And then I'll call it a night for the night. I'm about to go back on for a stint of days on, so I probably won't be able to do much of this. If I do, I'll come on live, and it'll probably be 8:30, 9 o'clock again, and then stay on for maybe an hour. But yeah, this has been pretty awesome. Ooh. There we go. Oh, this guy's making him his friend. Alright, well, won't be a complete dick then. Not too shabby though. 17K for min buyout price. Doesn't mean we'll get that for it, but no. Not too bad for 25 minutes. Come on, let's get an epic. I think it's about time we got an epic. Yeah, so Octopus, I forgot to finish up what I was saying earlier. Sorry about that. So if you're still on, yeah. So take your Skinner and run them through Eye of Ajara. You can make a good amount, especially if you're on a higher pop server where people are going to be doing a bunch of crafted items. You can still sell materials like that. And I just run through Eye of Ajara, pretty much pick up everything. Normally pull it into about 4 or 5 groups along the whole way. Kill everything, and there are just tons. Pull everything in the dungeon. Tons of stuff to skin, and you get a lot of Legion leatherworking materials, as well as cloth, and of course you get a bunch of BOEs and stuff like that. I just sell all those off. And then I put the cloth and all the materials on the AH. Still make a good bit. Actually, so you know, just so you know, that was one of the things that I'm going to be putting out. So I've been testing a couple of different ones, and I wanted to do a little more testing before I came out definitively about it, but after about 40 or so runs of Eye of Ajara, it's for sure hitting about 13 to 1400 raw gold over Skyreach right now. Skyreach used to be king when it came to raw gold farm, and Eye of Ajara was sitting at like maybe 5-6k whenever I was using skinning, because Skyreach is about like 44 to 46. So I'll be coming out. I'll talk about that a little bit more in depth soon, but yeah, it's take your skinner there and just start farming the hell out of it. Alright, we'll go back up to the front. That'll finish this up. Unfortunately, no epics for you guys tonight. Did have one blue drop. Alright. Oh, that is so that is Katie's stamp whistle. Yeah, so that is from, I believe the quest was called Lost Mail from Legion. And essentially what you do is you have to do this puzzle and sort the lost mail, and it's kind of a trivia game. But if you get a bunch of the answers right, they give you Kitty Stamp Whistle, and that is a portable, you can see it right here, down there, a portable mailbox now. You can do meal for 10 minutes, however, it is 3-hour cooldown. But like all other toys, it is a cooldown that is um, character wide. So say you're like me and I have a bunch of farms that I do every week on different servers on different characters. So then I can just go and farm for an hour and then use my mail or my stamp whistle to send back to my banker on that server. And when I log in and do another hour farm on another server, it's back up because I haven't used it on that character. Oh, nice. What do we got? Bunch of deep sea bags that I'll probably have to go through. Let's see. I'll go through and relist those. Hold my Ember Silk bags. So I just checked this like maybe an hour before I got on streaming. So Elemental Life Force, that has been selling really well. Greater Haste has been selling really well. Oh, and a Greater Intellect. Okay. 2,800 for Greater Intellect. Oh, on my server, I can, whenever I buy them, I only buy them when they hit a certain amount for the materials for it. So I only craft it at about 115 cost. So as you can see, well over 50 gold profit a bag whenever I'm selling them. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. This is going to be it for tonight. Um, yeah, this was pretty awesome. So I will kind of clean up a couple other things, and I'm going to be putting out my weekly update video either tomorrow or the next day. So look out for that. Um, thanks for coming and hanging out, and I will more than likely do another stream tomorrow night because this was a lot of fun and interaction from everybody was great. It was really nice having everybody come out and hang out, and yeah, I'll see you guys probably sometime tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good night.